Players play.
Old Uncle Donkey.
Gee, donkey.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. YouTube.com/Geek Aloud for the Let's Play. It's Sunday night. It's 8 p.m. and the all-important Steve is with us on Discord. Steve, how you doing, buddy?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm excited. I'm about to hit resume. We're about to see the opening cutscene for Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I haven't seen a frame. I am super keen to get into this one. I've been holding my breath. I've hit the roll button.
Do we reckon Rift Apart's supposed to be Rip a Fart? Is that what they're going with the whole Ratchet and Clank thing?
Yeah, the Ratchet and Clank ones always do that. What was their, no, Fractured...
Up your arsenal.
The thing, up your arsenal. That's right, up your arsenal. And there was the other one.
There's a few.
Yeah. Yes, I definitely think it's Rip a Fart.
I love it.
But I always thought it was a Rift Apart, so I thought it was a Rip a Fart.
Oh.
But I was wrong. It's just Rift Apart. Who knew?
It's Rift Apart.
Oh,
That's
and I
right.
should say hello to everyone in the chat. Hey, you boys, how you doing? Everyone's fired up. Sean's in there, Gaming Raptor's in there, Charlie's in there, Scary Undertaker's in there, everyone's in there. Hello, boys, welcome. It's a Sunday night. Are you guys pumped? I am so keen to see this. Who in the chat has played this? Steve, you've played a little, have you not?
No, probably halfway through, and it's probably maybe early to say, but so far it's probably now taken my cake for Game of the Year at the moment.
Game of the Year, what is it dethroned? Was it Hitman 3 for you, or is that just me and Sean? I think?
Probably dethroned It Takes Two.
Oh my God, It Takes Two, of course.
And Returnal, maybe? Like those two are sort of in the front running for me.
Returnal is not in my front running, but we have to hear more of your thoughts on that one.
What else has come out this year? I'm trying to think what I've enjoyed this year.
Big ones, man. Returnal.
Yeah, because there hasn't been a whole lot that's been big this year. Like I've just recently.
Was the one that slipped under my radar. I think like a month ago we were talking about it. It's totally off my radar, but it's still my 10 out of 10 top game so far.
Yeah, nice. Well, I've recently gotten back into Watch Dogs Legion.
Oh,
like,
you and I both. You and I both.
Because the 60 frames just changes that game.
4K 60. That game looks phenomenal, and the patches.
Yep, and we're about to get a new DLC. I think July 6th we're getting the Bloodline DLC, which is going to bring Aiden Pierce and what's the other guy from Watch Dogs 2?
Yep, Screwdriver, Shifter, Spanner. He's one of them.
One of them. So he's coming into the game as well, and and it's got a new co-op zombie mode, which I think we're going to have to check out on the stream.
Yeah, definitely. The big question: do you know if that's paid DLC or if they include that? Like, I got the season year one pass.
Yeah,
so is it part of that?
Part of the season pass. Yep.
Yes. Because I think I saw on the Ubisoft forward today. Didn't they announce that they're doing a season 2 for that?
Yes, I think they are.
So I don't know when they're going to announce price and what's going to be included. But man, I was pumped. You watched the Ubisoft thing, Steve. I was so pumped with the forward support for the old games. Legion, Valhalla, and Breakpoint.
Even Far Cry 6, they've started announcing their DLC that they're going to have in their roadmap, which looks cool with all the villains that you get to play as well. That's a good idea for DLC and Blood Dragon as well.
Have they announced the season year 2 DLC for it yet?
Not yet.
Now, I'll just quickly catch us up on chat. Everyone's saying hello, and hello to you, Steve. Everyone is surprised
hello,
that you're
everyone.
in here, but you're being welcomed warmly, Steve.
I wouldn't expect anything less from our lovely viewers.
Indeed. Oh, yeah, people are pumped. Sean's up there for Far Cry 6, as am I. They released a real trailer. Oh, my God, the Elden Ring trailer. How good was the Elden Ring trailer? Wow.
Yeah, pretty pumped for that.
Oh my God, those horse jewels. I can't wait to be lancing on a bloody horse in Dark Souls.
The question though, does that game come out on January 21st, I think was the date?
Yes, they said January 21st, and I thought about this a fair bit today, man. And where I come to was, do you listen to much of, do you listen to any of the podcasts? Oh, this is a recommendation for everyone. Sorry, I've just got to pull up the name of it so I make sure I say the correct name because I keep mispronouncing it. It's the Game Maker's Notebook. Game Maker's Notebook podcast. It is friggin' phenomenal. It's run by the head of Insomniac Games. He is the host / interviewer, and he just speaks to other heads of like Insomniac, or not Insomniac, but he spoke to the lead guy from Watch Dogs Legion, you know, like the creative director and stuff. Like, it's bigwigs talking to bigwigs in depth, total geek out session stuff. If you love your geeky talk, go listen to that podcast. It's phenomenal.
Ah, awesome.
The one little cherry on drop that they gave us was the voice work in Watch Dogs Legion. I had no idea this was a thing, but they created a new technology to do the voices where they just have to have one person record it, and then they do like they 3D model a throat, and then they pass the one dialogue through a different throat, and it makes it sound like somebody totally different.
Yep.
Phenomenal stuff. Like just listening to that level of nerdy talk and talking about how that saves them footprint size on the disc by not having to have multiple recordings of the one line. Just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
Now, notice you've run past a lot of boxes there, Troy. You're missing out on a lot of currency.
Is that going to come back to bite me? Is it?
Well, I just stocked up early because you use that to buy all the weapons as you get them.
Oh well, we all know I'm the best bloody platformer, so I'm not sure that the weapons are going to be my biggest concern. Unless the currency buys me more generous physics.
It does buy some good weapons, though. There's some crazy ones.
I've avoided the weapon. I walked around the pickup and had to double back for it. This is going beautifully so far, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, fantastic. Now, how are we supposed to get across there? Is this a grappling gun?
No, that is your normal laser gun. Once you pick it up, I'm about 30 seconds behind on the stream, just waiting for you to pick up the gun still.
Oh, I had to find the ammo first.
Now, what graphical mode are you playing on?
This is 4K 60 with ray tracing.
Ray tracing, yep, best mode by far. I think if you can flick between the two without actually having to reset the game. If you just have a look at the game in fidelity mode with just the 30 frames per second, it actually does look really good. But you just can't play with that 30 frames anymore.
No, I'm so used to 60. What was I playing? No, it was Watch Dogs Legion. We were already talking about it. Going back to Watch Dogs Legion now that it's in 60, and I was flicking it between the 30 and 60, and it's totally unplayable at 30. It's just rubbish. It's crazy.
Oh. It's crazy. Whereas Ratchet, it is playable in the 30, but it does look like marginally better. Like you'll definitely see all the graphical.
Oh yeah,
stuff with it. But it's just like I'll do it if I want to look at it and get a screenshot from there. Like if we're in a nice place, I'll flick it quickly there, take a screenshot, then I'll flick back to my 60. But even with the 60 frames ray tracing mode, the game is gorgeous.
Yeah, that's it does look great, but it just for me, anytime you're panning the camera at 30, it's dugga, and I can't handle it. I need that full 60 silky smooth pan.
And I don't know about you, but every time I've got a game as well, I turn film grain down to 0 and I turn motion blur down to 0 as well.
I should note that's exactly what I've done here in Ratchet and Clank. There's no motion blur and there's no film grain.
And I'm pretty sure I turned off screen shake as well, because that is a way of giving me motion sickness sometimes as well.
I left screen shake on unsure, but if you're telling me that, I will hit pause and turn that off right now, because any of the viewers may be suffering the same motion sickness and we don't need that.
Nah, it's not. It's just a marginal difference, but it makes it.
Visuals or accessibility?
Well, might be visuals.
No, I've nailed it already, man. It's all good.
No,
off. Boom.
Good work.
Back to
nice. Now, back to the action. Now, what other conferences? What else have we had? We had Ubisoft. Oh, that's another thing I'm finally excited to play, because it's not just a competitive mode. The new Rainbow Six Extraction, previously known as Quarantine, it looks really good.
I was watching that, and I can't work out who that's for. Like, I thought the appeal of Rainbow Six was the realism. And then
I know. Well, this
total like zombies or mutants.
Kind of left. It's like tactical Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, and I don't get it. But then I was very confused until they showed was it year 10? How many years has Rainbow Six been going on? 10 years? And at that point I realised, they don't actually want to split their audience base. They want their diehard fans to stay on Rainbow Six Siege. Yep. And they're just releasing this game as the $60 cash cow.
Yep, pretty much, but it's probably going to work because it looks like quite a fair bit of fun to play co-op, I reckon. You
reckon it's got legs? Because to me it sort of screamed a bit of, what was the Extinction, was it? The asymmetric, 4v1 Extinction,
was it Extinction? I don't know if it's Extinction.
Now, I know it's not 4v1 gameplay. I'm not suggesting it is, but I mean, part of the reason that game didn't appeal to me because it was monsters. Like, sometimes monsters just don't do it for me. Like,
that's true. That's true.
when you try to mix monsters and realism, it's too uncanny valley for me, and I can't invest myself. So I know from looking at that, I know I'm just like, nah, it's not my game.
I don't know if it's got like an alien feel like you're stalking aliens from the movie. I don't know. It could work.
It could work, but I'm not holding out. I don't think it'll be around in 10 years the way its predecessor was.
Oh, probably not. It depends how much they build on it. But I mean, when Rainbow Six has changed completely, like from what it started out as, and has managed to build as it went. So this mode may have maybe the same thing.
Yeah, that's very true, man.
Yeah, we'll see. But I'm just intrigued to play because I've never really even picked up a controller to play Rainbow Six before. So this might actually get me to play it because it's got some form of.
I honestly thought you, with your profession, would have been all about it, and I never thought to ask you. So that's fascinating to hear that the game's not you.
Yeah.
You've never played it, or you played it for a minute and we're just like, nope.
Literally never installed it. So I know I probably would like the gameplay, but being multi-only, I think it's one of those games that to do well, you kind of need a good squad. And I've never really had a good squad that would be able to jump on at the same time and play and get that experience.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear. Now, I'm jumping in now to the controller to turn off the adaptive triggers. My knuckles are already sore.
It's such a shame because all the guns feel so cool and different.
That's like my arthritis is already going, hello, how you doing, mate? So, no, the adaptive triggers are off. I can't handle it.
They're gone. Old Man Troy strikes again. Evolve, Gaming Raptor, thank you. That was the name of the game in the chat.
Oh, good work, Gaming Raptor. You're all about it. Evolve, you've nailed that. Armin in the chat is asking, how many gigabytes is Batman Arkham Knight on PlayStation 4? Man, you'd have to go back and check the install. I'm going to guess and say it was 33 gigs. That is a total guess. That's my guess, though, 33 gigs. If someone wants to jump over and pull up the video, go right ahead. Or if one of the mods wants to drop a link to the video in the YouTube chat, that'd also be awesome.
I'll find out for it. 45 gig, there you go.
45 gig, good work, Steve. You're all about it. 45 gigs, man. 45 gigs. Oh, Gaming Raptors put hundreds of hours into Rainbow Six Siege. Hey, how about this for an idea? Why don't we do a Rainbow Six Siege community play on Geek Aloud? How about that for an idea?
That might be a good idea. And,
Gaming Raptor? Gaming Raptor?
Mr. Raptor can take us through it.
I think it's a 5-man squad, so what do we say? Sean Games, Gaming Raptor, Steve, myself. We've got a 5th slot. Who wants to jump on it? Everyone's welcome. First in, best dressed.
Otherwise, we're getting some random.
Random.
And you may or may not like him or her. So, what else do we have? What else?
Speaking of him and her, no, you've just prompted me, Steve. The him or her.
Yeah.
Did you notice? Were you paying very close attention to the Assassin's Creed "What a Year It Was" highlight reel?
Yeah.
Now, did something jump out at you the way it jumped out at me?
When I was watching it whilst I was at work, so I was in and out of things. So
probably not. No, you had to be watching. You had to be watching pretty closely. They were doing the video was all about these are the stats with millions of buildings done and millions of raids completed, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. The thing of note was that
how many people picked a female? Is this what
do? There was no females in the whole. It was like a 2-minute video of this is all the cool stuff everyone did. Not one female Viking. Not one. I'm like, well, there's your data speaking for it. They bang on before the game's released. Oh, we're so inclusive. Female gamers. A year later, here's the highlight reel. No females. Well, thank you very much.
And I'm pretty sure they actually said that the female Eivor is canon as well.
Well, they might have said that, but if you go back and watch their best of the year clips, not one chick Viking. That tells you all you need to know about their behind-the-scenes data.
Although maybe they balance it out, because I'm pretty sure I noticed during the DLC announcement they were showing female Eivor the whole time.
No, any pre-marketing before the game's released, it's always female, female, female. And then when they do the best of stats, it's like, oh, no one actually wanted to play the female. We just had to put it in there for the marketing.
Well, I like not being sexist, but when you think Vikings, you're not really thinking.
No, you're not. You're
Vikings.
completely correct. Because, and not just point to Control, The Last of Us. You know, there's, I just played it the other day, Lara Croft. I have nothing against female protagonists.
Horizon? Like, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I've got nothing against female protagonists. What I have something against is marketing people lying to us about the usage or the importance of the inclusion of the female lead. Get out of here, guys. You're fooling no one. Fooling no one!
Well, they're not even willing to pull the trigger fully with Far Cry. Like, they're marketing now the female as the main character, and then yet you can play as a male. Like,
they'll flip it. They'll flip it like they do every year.
They will. Like, yeah, we're being inclusive. There's the female as the main character. Here's the guy, and then all the
and then the data speaks for itself when they do the best of. I love it.
Yeah, because whenever I get a choice, and there's a lot of people out there that will pick a female to play as in a game, whereas for me, I need to play something that I can sort of see myself as that character.
Exactly. 100%, man. I'm exactly the same. I'm exactly the same.
Scary Undertaker says, yep, Returnal, also female. Yeah, again, we don't have any issues with female protagonists. It's when they give you...
It's when they lie to us about how important they are to the marketing, bloody... That's where I...
Machine.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's so important. It's not important. Stop lying.
Just give us the option. Don't make a big thing about it.
Exactly. Don't make a big deal of it. Perfect way to sum that thought up, Steve. There's no need to make a big deal of it.
No, if we're being inclusive and stuff, that's the point. You don't make a big deal of it. It's just everyone's equal. So.
Exactly. 100%. Like, if you're a chick or you love playing as a chick, more power to you. They just don't need to cram it down our throat in the marketing. Cool.
That's right. You guys, what do you think of the game? I'm guessing Charlie's saying, Ratchet Clank, mate, if you weren't here earlier, I have put it down as possibly my game of the year at the moment, so...
It's, I'm enjoying it so far, though I'm not really sure what I'm doing, because I'm honestly enjoying the conversation with Steve more than I have this game at the minute. As you can see, as I'm running past checkpoints and not picking up weapons, what was I supposed to do to this bloke? Triangle on him, look at this. Oh,
so the second you get a chance to buy can you switch? Have you got a second gun yet?
Yeah, they just gave me the option to buy the Enforcer, but I'm a couple of $100 shy, so I'm just going to go smash and double back.
Yeah, definitely get the Enforcer. That gun is awesome, and the more you use your guns, that is how you upgrade them. So they'll upgrade to certain stats. They go up to 5, and then that gives you the ability to spend the titanium, whatever it's called. I should know because I've been playing the game.
Elementalum, whatever it is.
Yeah, that stuff. You spend that stuff on the actual upgrades for those guns. So it's hard to explain. It's a tiered system. So you unlock for those guns. The more you use them, and you use the Raritanium, I think it's called, to upgrade that part of the gun. So
yeah, yep, nice.
Yeah. So I'm just watching your stream, just seeing where you're at.
Fighting a big guy, and I'm worried now I'm not going to be able to double back and purchase that weapon.
Oh, she pops up pretty regularly, the old green duck.
Oh, no, I'm not going to be able to go back and buy the weapon.
What just happened?
Oh, yeah. And now you're stuck. No, so I think you get another option pretty soon.
There has to be another way.
Sean
This is going
Games.
to be the first one through.
The riffs are reacting to the face.
The first rift, the first use of the SSD, flicking us between worlds instantly. I'm excited to see it.
This is definitely going to come.
Is it just yet? I'm trying to think. I don't know if it happens just yet. I think it's more towards the end of the level.
It
Where
didn't take me to another world, but it did do a nice little warpy bit.
Yeah. Oh, yep. I'm 30 seconds behind you.
I've totally just jumped off the edge of the building. Me in fine form. I see Gaming Raptors in there looking out for me on Twitter, mate. I'm not on Twitter, so Twitter can get as upset as it likes that.
Twitter's one of those things I never got into. I can't do it. I don't know.
I seriously can't go back to buy that weapon. I just tried to jump. There was no rift when I tried it.
That's right. She'll give you an option very soon. It would be nice to have it now. It's very handy. All right, so we've done Ubisoft conference essentially. I think that's
Oh wait,
pretty much
there was the Riders. What's it called?
Riders Republic.
Riders Republic. How is there not a skateboard in Riders Republic?
Oh no, well,
Like they've done snowboarding. If you've got snowboarding, you've got all the tech. Like, do you remember the old what was he? Sean snowboarding?
Sure,
Yeah, like that snowboarding game was like just a reprint of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, like with just different skins. I'm like, if they've done the tech to get snowboarding working, they've got skating working. Why didn't they include it? It's not like they're Neversoft. Like, it's not like they'd be competing with themselves, you know.
Boy, they've got to make us spend money on DLC, mate.
Oh, of course, Steve. Of course. Now that you say that, it makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. But the game actually looks really cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff. If you're a sports junkie and you like those sorts of games, you're gonna have a lot to do in it. And those big, massive races you're doing with like hundreds of people look pretty insane.
Yeah, totally. But
I thought that was
the BMXing looked pretty cool, I thought.
Oh, first-person BMXing was just intense.
Well, I was actually on my exercise bike when I watched that, and I thought, hello, here's a controller for the future.
As I said to you in the text, mate, Ubisoft to do it. They've got plenty of peripherals they've come out with in the.
I was trying to think, man. Did they do the Wii Draw or something?
Yeah, that was
one. Was that there?
Oh, that was definitely Ubisoft. It almost killed them.
Yeah.
Because no one bought it. I remember being at EB Games and just trying to sell people on this thing, and my God, it was a hard sell.
How many do you reckon you sold?
Oh, maybe 3.
Perfect.
Oh, God. Yeah, it was not fun trying to sell that thing. Although probably now, I reckon my son would actually probably really enjoy it. He loves his drawings, so something like that he'd probably really enjoy. But too bad you can no longer get it.
Yeah, well, my kids, there's so many games now that I'm glad I held on to, like the DJ Heroes. I held on to those for the Xbox 360.
Yeah, DJ Heroes were good.
And my kids love it. They absolutely love getting into the DJ Hero. It's,
I love it.
But, so what I'm trying to say is I wish back in the day I had have got a Wii Draw and just tucked it away for the, far off future where I had kids.
Even just to have one, and then now you'd probably sell it now for like $500. It's probably a collector's item.
Well, that's an interesting point, man. You probably could.
Now what else? I think they did. What was it? Mario Rabbids sequel as well. They announced.
Oh, I didn't even catch that announcement, man. I must have blinked and missed it.
Yeah, so it's coming 2022, so another Mario Rabbids game. It didn't have the 2 moniker on it. It was Sparks of something, I think, but
not
a bit of gameplay.
Definitely not DLC then?
No, not DLC, brand new game.
Cool.
So, yeah, that looks really cool. I think that was about it for Ubisoft. I can't think off the top of my head.
Oh, the other one was Guitar Smith, Rocksmith.
Oh, Rocksmith. Yeah, that's
now,
right.
I'm actually a Rocksmith fan. I'm a big Guitar Hero and Rock Band fan. And I've got the old Rocksmiths. I do love them. And it's one of those ones that I'm always like, one day I'm going to sit down and learn this. And I never have. And I'm like, I keep telling myself, this will be the one. This will be the one where I sit down and finally learn how to play guitar.
Yeah, well, I did that. That was my New Year's resolution. 2019, bought a guitar, played it for a few months, was getting okay at it. And then just video games, man. And
was
the
it
gym.
With Rocksmith? Yeah.
No, just the acoustic guitar. I really wanted to play it. And even every now and again, I'll bust out and go, it's really fun. I want to learn. But I just fall back into my old habits of my, number 1 or 2 hobbies being the gym and video games. So
yeah, 100%, man.
It's hard to find time for a third hobby.
It really is, isn't it? I feel like such a weirdo when I feel that, but good to hear that you're on the same page and it's not just me. You're right, this Enforcer is epic. I probably shouldn't be shooting those friendly guys, but hey, when it looks this
good. So just use it a lot. It looks amazing. And when you upgrade, so just use it a lot to get the upgrades because it just gets even better and better.
Look at those the fire effects.
Yeah, mate, it's amazing.
Oh, look at that. Like the green, like Toxic Dissolve.
Yeah.
This game looks like something else. This gun, has just put it up 2 points in my scale. It was sitting on a 7, now it's sitting on a 9.
And wait till you see some other guns you get as well. This one's still one of my favourites to use, but there's a lot of particle stuff going on. Wait till you see that. It's incredible. And it doesn't drop a frame.
Oh, switch guns. Now,
I was just watching just watching your gameplay with your shotgun. That's so good.
Is this not Troy Baker?
Nolan North?
Is it Nolan North?
No, the voice actor for Ratchet is actually the same voice actor of I think it was Cloud in Final Fantasy, I think.
Oh God, I am not that up on Final Fantasy to be able to pull a voice sample in my noggin.
I think it's Cloud from Final Fantasy VII, possibly the remake. I think it's the same guy doing the voice.
Yeah, okay.
But I don't know who he is. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but same voice actor apparently, but definitely not Nolan. Yeah, I'm just watching your gameplay going, yep, I'll fuck about this game.
This is like...
It's just so much fun, like...
And now here's me offending people potentially, really. I wish this game was on Xbox so I could play it for longer tonight. This is absolutely caning my fingers. Even with the triggers turned off, this is hurting. There is no way I can play this for more than an hour, and I wish it was on Xbox so I could just sit down and binge it. This is seriously punishing my fingers. This is crazy.
But I reckon playing this game the other way, as far as I've gone into it, there's no way this game could run on a PS4. Not even a Pro.
No. Oh, you never know, man. By the time they, turn everything down and add load screens, because they've got Godfall now is coming back, yeah?
Yeah, that was a good segue into the Gearbox conference. Very nicely done. So that's going to go to PS4, and I think it's got an upgrade or update coming to PS5 as well. Yes. I've never actually played because it got pretty average reviews at launch. There was better things to play. If it gets an update and they drop the price, I might chuck it on the console and give it a go, especially if it's got some good co-op.
And sorry, you've just prompted me sideways stepping. Death Stranding, PS5, are you keen?
I probably put 100 hours in to finish the game the first time, so I might chuck it in just to get a look at it in most likely 60 frames per second and stuff, but I don't know if I could go back and do that game again for that long. It was such a good experience the first time that wouldn't want to mar it with the second experience, if that makes sense.
I hear you. I've never played any of it. I gave it to Jess to play on the channel because I knew that sort of dark narrative is Jess's wheelhouse. She absolutely loves a dark narrative. So when I saw what that game was about, I gave it to Jess. I'm like, Jess, go stream this for me. You're gonna enjoy this and have far more insightful comments than I do.
I loved it. By the end of it, you got so many guns and everything in that game, and I just remember one specific moment in that game where you literally, it's such a long, slow trudge through this, over a mountain in the snow. It takes you forever. You literally feel like you're the person going through this walk. It's that sort of tedious, but tedious in I don't even want to say a fun way, but when you get to where you're going, you sigh of relief once you get there is incredible. And then when you get there, you get the reward of a thing to be able to move faster through snow. So I thought it was just a real good way to do it. You feel like you've actually been rewarded for that. And then any time now you're doing a long trek across the snow, you can do it really fast. But it was just one of those moments in games where I'm like, oh, that was the least fun thing I've ever done.
Steve, sorry, man. I'm just watching this and it's just showcasing jumping from world to world to world. And I am floored. This game is a 10. It's not going to take it. It's not going to beat Hitman, but my God, what a video game. This is what video games are in 2020, people. A reminder, this screen is available 4K, 60 frames per second. Get in on this action. This looks phenomenal. My God.
Don't call to this game. I reckon if you give this game a bit longer, it will probably surpass Hitman.
There's no way this game is going to beat my history with Hitman. I have such strong ties to Hitman going back decades at this point. There is no way this game's going to beat that nostalgia. But I tell you what, it's given it a run for its money.
Yeah, it's
look at those reflections. Jesus. Was there a puddle gate on this one now that it's been released? Has anyone gone back and reviewed the trailers?
Not so much puddle gate, but the consensus is that from the first trailer, the game actually looks better now than what it did back then. I watched the Digital Foundry stuff, and they actually went back to the old trailers, and it does look better than it used to.
Awesome. I love it when that happens.
Sorry.
I'm going to circle way back around to a conversation we half started about at the start of the stream, man. the Elden Ring release date. Do I think they'll hit it? And then I got sidetracked on the podcast. But the point I was bringing up on that podcast, because it's high-level studio execs talking to other high-level studio execs, they're saying on that podcast, the consensus is everyone's caught up now with COVID workflows and it's no longer hampering them. So now if someone declares a release date of 6 months away, I believe them.
Yeah, and from the gameplay we saw, like, it looked complete. Like, there was a lot of stuff in that trailer.
Yeah, so I fully believe they're January 20 next year or 2021, something like this. I fully believe it. I fully expect it to be out on that date, based on that insider conversations on that podcast.
Well, I hope so, because I really want to play the game, and I don't want it to be delayed.
What's your history? No, we've been over your history already, haven't we?
Probably. I'll give a brief history again. So, Bloodborne was probably my first real Souls game that got me into it, and then I went back and did Dark Souls. Yeah, Dark Souls 1. I did Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, then Dark Souls 1, then Dark Souls 2, and I've done I've done Sekiro and Demon Souls now as well on the PS5. So,
and
definitely
to what level of completion?
So I finished Bloodborne, almost 100% of Bloodborne. Probably not going to get the platinum because that's ridiculous.
Is that because that platinum requires multiple playthroughs, doesn't it?
I've done multiple playthroughs and it does require that, but it also requires a lot of dungeon stuff you've got to do and certain other things, and it's just like, I'm just not willing to do that again. Unless that game gets a 60-frame patch or an update or something, I'm not going to do it.
That's got to be coming. That's got to be coming. I reckon that's going to be Sony's Christmas gift to us gamers this year. That's my tip. I reckon it'll be early to mid-December drop, that patch. That's my tip based on no information at all, pure supposition from myself.
Unless Blue Point do a remake.
Well, that could be cool. The trophies. I just wanted to mention on this stream that I've been playing more of, Oddworld Soulstorm. I'm level, I think, 10 of 17 at the minute. And I am flabbergasted that it's like, all the trophies I pop are like 1% of gamers have gotten this far into the game. Like, less than 1% of gamers have gotten halfway through that game. I don't understand why people aren't playing it. It's such a good game.
It's free.
It's free and it's a really good game. Like, I know there's a few bits that are really challenging that feel like they shouldn't be, but that game is so rewarding. I encourage anyone, if you bounced off early because of a tough puzzle, go back, get through it. That game, when you get 2-3 levels in, it's the same level of awesome, but they change gears, not as extreme as Ratchet and Clank, but they really do switch biomes, if you will, Steve.
2021 word for levels.
Exactly. They switch up the biomes in it, and it's really it's a showcase of gameplay. They just do phenomenal stuff. They're constantly adding new mechanics, new weapons. You craft new things. There's no encumbrance, which I was worried about originally, but you don't have to worry about that. It's such a good game. I can't believe the completion rate of like the 5th level is 1% when there's 17 levels.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
It's mind-blowing. But I wonder what that says to to making games free and how much gamers value them when they, if they had to pay, $80 for it, whether they'd persist further than level 5. Do you know what I'm saying? But because it was free, they just bounced off it real early.
Yeah, possibly just chucked it in, had a quick crack, and then played the next.
Got stuck on the first, challenge and went, I'm done.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Don't want to think right now.
Who knows? Now, Steve, do you want to catch up on that chat for me, man, while I run around here?
Yeah, mate. I'll go through it. So what do we got? Where are we? You guys, what do you think of the game? Amazing feedback, guys. Thank you, Charlie. We're all for our feedback. Watching a lot of Man to See Free movies, and now I've seen Mamma Mia 17 times. Sean Games, that's a lot. That is a lot.
Hardcore, sir. Can you do it? Can you do it word for word? Do you know the script back to front? By 17,
well, he says he's watching it now again.
Hardcore. I salute the effort. That sounds like me.
I reckon
wait, let me see if I can get it. Wait. On the count of 3, say what it is, because I reckon it's going to be the same film. 1, 2, 3. The Mask.
No.
Oh. What was it?
Robin Hood Man in Tights.
I've probably seen that 10 times, but I reckon I've seen The Mask 20.
Probably actually I've seen them ask about that many times as well.
I could seriously, when I was younger, like when I was a teenager, I could do The Mask front to back, word for word. I knew the whole thing.
Well, I probably could go close.
I love that.
Every time Ollie is, like, where are my pajamas? I go, those your pajamas, Mr. Ickes?
Not the cheese. Cheese. Oh, God, I love that film.
Scary Undertaker says Xbox doesn't deserve this game. Sony fanboy, gaming Raptor says Sony fanboy confirmed? Question mark.
Certainly had old man hands confirmed earlier.
Sean Games also asked Troy, what do you think of the new Battlefield?
Oh my God, the new Battlefield. Give it to me yesterday. I want it. I need it. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me.
Just a small Battlefield being focused on multiplayer. I think that's a smart move. I will miss a campaign because I do like the campaigns.
I don't need the campaigns. For me, Battlefield is conquest mode. That's all I want. Just give me conquest mode. That's it.
Hear me out though. Okay, when I say campaign, I mean a proper campaign, like a Bad Company 2 Bad Company campaign.
Oh, now
like
hold up. Bad Company is a different... Oh, wow. Bad Company, you have my full support. I love the Bad Company franchise, but I always differentiate them as Bad Company and Battlefield. I never call it Battlefield Bad Company. Ever.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, gotcha. Well, I've just gone back because it's free at the moment. I'm started playing Battlefield Hardline again, which is where you play as the cop. And you can actually arrest people and stuff. And
I love Battlefield Hardline.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Oh, I love that game. What was there was the one map with the two oil refineries up the top and the small town with the gas station.
Yep.
I love that map. That was my map. God, I owned people on that map constantly. Oh, God, it was brutal. It was so good. Man, I love the Battlefield series. So, yes, sign me up. Conquest mode. Woo! I'm there. I'm all about it. How about you, Sean? What are your thoughts on it, man? Are you keen? It was Sean, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Sean, yep.
Now, what am I supposed to be doing here with this statue, Steve? Because I'm drawing a blank. Am I meant to be emoting?
Give me a sec.
Am I meant to be dancing with all the robots?
Nah, you walk through the robots and you'll find someone through the crowd.
Oh, okay. There was a giant statue with an objective marker on it, so I went to the statue. Oh, no, there we go. Cutscene triggered. All good, man. Cutscene triggered.
There we go. Now, can we just point out, Insomniac Games, like, they got Miles Morales out at the launch of the console with a remaster of Spider-Man. They've now produced Ratchet and Clank. They're still working on Spider-Man 2, which I imagine is probably going to be 2022. How do these guys find the time to create these games of this quality?
I don't know the inner workings of the studio, but they must have multiple teams, surely.
Magicians.
Oh, they're wizards, no doubt. Like, it's Naughty Dog and then Insomniac for me.
Oh, yep. Like, it's just crazy what they're being able to do. And I think we'll probably see, I reckon we'll see a Sunset Overdrive potential remaster or something similar now on PlayStation.
Isn't Sunset Overdrive all tied up in weird ownership with IP?
No, it's apparently not anymore.
Oh, did they untangle it?
I think it's run its course of its exclusivity on Xbox now. So, awesome. Which is why now they're suggesting, So I think there's rumours now that you might see a slightly updated version, which would be nice.
That would be amazing. I absolutely love that game. I love it.
I love it. Awesome game. It was just sort of like you Ratchet and Clank mixed with open world. I loved it.
Yeah.
The art style was cool. Actually, if you connect enough gold bolts in this game, you actually can turn one of the things you can change is instead of collecting bolts, you can collect the little cans like from Sunset Overdrive.
Oh, that's cool.
You can change lots of things, but the cans is the coolest stuff.
Man, I love
that. Sunset.
I can't remember what they called it, but their little horde mode thing.
Oh, yeah.
The wave mode horde thing where you had to protect the generator or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I spent so much time doing that.
Oh, mate, I did all the DLC in that game. I love that game.
Oh, I never did the DLC. I did the base game. I did the base game and loved everything about it. But I think because whatever the time was, like I was done with the game by the time the DLC came out, if memory serves.
Yeah, DLC took a while to come out. That was the thing, and I was like, I'll just give it a go. And then it got me straight back into the game. Like, what I really want though is a 60 frame mode in that game as well, and maybe an up-res to 4K because that game would look so pretty.
I want 60 frames on everything.
Everything. Yep.
What I really want to do, Steve, one day I want to buy myself a 120 hertz monitor and get 120 hertz gaming in.
Oh, mate, I'm trying to, it's not going to happen. I really want a new LG OLED 77-inch with the 120 hertz.
Yeah, now you're talking. Now you're talking.
They're not cheap. It goes for like $7,900. So.
Oh, you might be able to pick it up on eBay.
Get it on Gumtree.
Oh yeah, mate, pick it up on Gumtree. That'll be amazing.
Be a $1.50.
$1.50, no warranty, mate. And you know, it comes with an empty box, but you know, it's only $1.50.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, I love it.
No, now wait, we have to laugh about. There's a really bad Australian film out that I just caught. And I can't remember the name, but I'm blanking on the name of it. It's something about rainfall. Oh, gosh. Nah, I'll pick this one up on the next stream. Remind me on the next stream, everyone, there's a terribly hilarious Aussie film.
All right.
Recent.
We did semi-segue into Gearbox, then steered away from it briefly.
Yeah, no, that was my fault. Go, man, go.
No, that's all right. We'll go back to Gearbox. So it wasn't actually at the Gearbox show because they announced, I think it was the Summer Games Fest kickoff. We saw the new Tiny Tina's Wonderlands get announced.
Yep.
Which looks kind of cool.
Did you see just a small aside as I derail us again, but did you see the way that one got leaked? I love the leak on that one.
No, I didn't.
And the leak was they put the CSS, like the coding for the website had the game name in it. Like it was Wonderland Hero Shot.jpg or something. Like they announced it all in the CSS code. I thought it was hilarious. Sorry, mate, continue.
That's right. So I don't know. It should be cool. It's like a fantastical world. It's probably, I don't know whether we're going to have guns or not. It looks more of a magic type based game, that one, but that could be cool. Gearbox makes great games. So.
Oh yes, I'm a big Borderlands fan from way back.
Now, what I found funny in the actual Gearbox code today, the man himself, the controversial man himself, Randy Pitchford, was pretty much throughout the whole thing, but he was on the set of the Borderlands movie.
Oh, wild! How does that look?
It was looking cool. He had a few things to show.
Is that Kevin Hart?
It is. So he actually had a quick chat to Kevin Hart, which was actually quite humorous. I quite enjoyed that.
Yeah, I'm a big Kevin Hart fan.
He's playing the soldier. What was his name in the game? I think it started with D or something. It's not coming to me from the first game. Whatever the soldier character's name was. It's not coming to me.
It's not coming to me either, but I know it. This is going to drive me bonkers.
Nah. Oh, let's have a look. No, it's not coming. What else? We have Homeworld 3 apparently in production as well.
Now, I've never been a Homeworld 2 guy. I remember playing Homeworld 1, but I don't think I finished it. I want to say I bounced off that one early. Did that have a notorious early challenging bit? I feel like that's
I think it might have, because I reckon I bounced pretty early on it as well.
From memory, yeah, I couldn't even tell you what it was, but that is my memory of it, that it was some crazy early difficulty spike and I just bounced.
Yeah, same. But other than that, Gearbox didn't really show a whole lot. So, their conference pretty disappointing, to be honest.
Now, is the Tiny Tina's Wonderland, whatever, is that anything to do with Borderlands 3, or it's totally separate? Like it's
full
not DLC?
Standalone game. No, full standalone game.
Yeah.
They've confirmed that, which makes it, I think, probably more exciting if that's the case. And it's got some voice talent. There's Andy Samberg's in it.
Will Arnett's, I love Andy Samberg. And
Andy
Sean Games. Sean Games is a huge Andy Samberg fan.
Yes, that's right. So here we are. Will Arnett's in it as well.
Which one's Will Arnett? Curb Your Enthusiasm? No, Arrested Development.
Arrested Development, and obviously Batman from the Lego Batman movies.
Yes, of course.
So yeah, with those two, and there was a few other. I think Wanda Sykes maybe as well. Obviously, Tiny Tina's played by what's her face? Birch. What's her name? Ashley Birch.
Yes. Yep.
who is, speaking of Ashley Birch, nice segue here, Mythic Quest Season 2. Have you started watching that yet?
No, I haven't. I only saw in the Ubisoft forward that it was even a thing. I didn't even know it existed until earlier today.
Mate, I'm already, well, thanks to my wife, which is crazy to say. We are 4 episodes down. She just decided to stealth download it the other day, and very enjoyable so far.
4 down, and how many to go?
I don't know.
Because I'm pretty sure in the Ubisoft forward it said the season finale was on the 26th. Yeah. So there's at least 2 more episodes in the can.
Yeah, I can't remember how many episodes season 1 was. Obviously, they had the main line. There was that one standalone episode, which was a great episode, which I think we've discussed before.
Yes, yeah. The standalone. What was that? Episode 5, I want to say, of season 1.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was episode 5. Yeah.
And that was, yes, yeah. That is, if you've never watched Mythic Quest, go back and watch season 1, episode 5. It's a total standalone. There's no spoilers or anything. You can watch it as a standalone piece, and it is a piece of narrative perfection. Definitely watch that. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. But the whole show, just a really, if you're into video games and that whole scene, like, it's just a very good show. They're very aware and self-aware of the games industry.
Yeah, especially. And I had a few issues with the first one that we don't need to go into here because I've already said them all before on stream. But yeah. I'm really hopeful that season 2, I fully expect they will have rounded off all those rough edges from the first one.
I think it is. And season 2 really goes in. You can tell it's got a massive, like, current Fortnite/Warzone thing. It's all about battle royale and that kind of stuff. So nice. they're moving with the times. Yeah, it's really good. Like, they're like, no, we don't want to do a battle royale. But yeah, I won't spoil it, but it's quite enjoyable.
Nice one, man. Oh, and what else? Sorry, I keep derailing you. What else from Ubisoft? Not Ubisoft. Excuse me, Gearbox.
What else do we have? Gearbox. I think that was it for Gearbox. I don't think there was a whole lot. They didn't really give us much more. I was disappointed with, we'll go back to Ubisoft, I was disappointed. We didn't hear anything about a new Splinter Cell. I mean, they've said that they've...
Didn't they imply that Splinter Cell was coming to... that's what I took from the, what's it called, Breakpoint. That's what I took from the Breakpoint announcement was...
He's already in it. Like, I've been playing Breakpoint. I've got Sam Fisher as a character.
There you go. I had no idea.
Yeah, so there's a side mission where he's working with you, and then by the time you finish all his side objectives and stuff, you actually unlock Sam Fisher as a playable character. You can unlock all his third echelon gear and stuff.
Does it do?
It does.
Oh my God! I'm gonna go as soon as this stream finishes. I'm gonna go and start Rainbow Six Breakpoint. Wait, did they have the AI guys in it yet, or are they still in a?
Yeah, they're in it. No, you've got AI guys. So the game is actually much better than it used to be. So
that's it. If you
want to get it, get it.
As soon as this stream ends, old man hands here has to go over to Xbox so he can keep gaming. I'm going to go and start Breakpoint on Thingo just to unlock Sam Fisher. Now, do I have to play 36 hours before I get to Sam Fisher?
I'm trying to think, because I had actually put in a fair few hours before doing that part of the, I think it was free DLC, before doing that, so I'm not sure whether you'll have to, there's a mandatory first part to the game, but I think it opens up after you sort of hit the first sort of camp area, then you can go out and do missions, so you might be able to do it pretty early on.
Yeah, well, Ubisoft checklist games, I'll be able to chew through those pretty quick. I'm on point with my Ubisoft checkpoints.
Yeah, nice. So, and it's got its 60 frame mode now as well with the extra players. So, I mean, I slugged through the start of that game without getting AI companions or 60 frames. So, being able to play it now with those added fidelity modes and the AI, it's the game itself is actually not as bad. Oh, it's nowhere near as bad as it was when it first launched. So, and it looks like given the Ubisoft forward, it looks like they're going to keep backing that game and putting content out for it. So not a bad time to get in, I would have thought.
Yeah, well, that Ubisoft forward just filled me with joy. As I'm a big Ubisoft gamer, like I love my Ubisoft checkbox games, and watching that stream and them just supporting the games I love for an extra year, I'm stoked by that. For me as a gamer, that's value. I love it.
Yep. Absolutely, and especially as now, like Watch Dogs getting its updated patch with the 60 frames, and now we get to play the new content with that added sort of resolution, added frame rate and stuff. It just makes it even more worth going back to it.
100%, man. And I don't know if you saw the stream the other night, man, but that Lara Croft patch on the Xbox Series X 4K 60, That is a
I'll check
beautiful
it out.
thing.
I did install it and have a crack at it. I
God,
finished that
it looks
game
good.
back on the One X, but had to fire it up on Series X when I got its update because that game's beautiful.
That game is phenomenal. And I'd forgotten how good the storytelling was in it as well. I was blown away when I picked it up again. I haven't played a game with that good a narrative, I reckon, since that game's come out. Like, I'm putting it up there. I'm saying that the narrative in that Tomb Raider game is better for me. I know this is controversial than The Last of Us Part 2.
I was going to say, if you say Last of Us Part 2.
100% The Last of Us Part 2. Like, the game was okay, but to me, that Lara Croft game is better from a narrative standpoint. I can relate to the Lara Croft character.
This is Shadow of the Tomb, so the final one?
Shadow of the Tomb Raider, yeah.
Yeah. I actually thought Shadow was probably the weakest story out of the three.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know. One was great. I thought one was probably the best in terms of like an origin story being retold as Lara Croft. That was just
100%.
incredibly well told, as well as the game. I thought two, the gameplay was better, and they worked out that sort of mini open world, sort of linear stuff. I think they had a real perfect balance of open world stuff and linear stuff, and then three, I think, probably used the open world almost a little bit too much, and it went back a lot to puzzles, which I like the puzzles in Tomb Raider, but I also like the gunplay as well, and there was a bit more downtime and stuff.
See, that's the difference, man. I prefer the puzzles more.
Yeah,
like I do love the gunplay, and I'm not dissing the gunplay, but because there was more puzzles in it, that makes it more appealing to me as a gamer.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and I think it's going to be different for each person playing the game. They're going to have their favourites, and that's the reason why. But that game is just so gorgeous, and I can't recommend enough people just watch that game, go and play that game 4K 60. It is something else. Yeah. Like I actually I reckon I went close to actually 100%. I have to check my achievements, but I was doing a lot in that game. Even once I finished it, like all the outfits and everything, you know.
That is the thing I found odd, man, because it was earlier this year. I think it was in Game Pass, so I picked it up and played it. And this is kind of back to the point we were saying earlier, where when it's in Game Pass, you don't value it as much. I sort of bounced off it relatively early, and I'm playing it now and absolutely loving it, and didn't enjoy it that much when I first played it. And what I'm actually wondering now, as I say this, I'm wondering whether I played it and only played it as a podcast game the first time, like I wasn't really listening to the dialogue. And the story in it is phenomenal. So I'm starting to think that was my error.
It's really cool because it's the whole the mind thing she sets off like this. Catastrophic event thing and stuff.
Yeah, I really did.
And it's like the whole Tomb Raider, like the stuff that she does is what actually caused this event to occur. Yeah, no, it was really, really cool.
I really dig it.
Now, what have we got with tomorrow? We've got Microsoft Bethesda tomorrow.
I have. Wait, you prompted me, Steve. I've got a big gotcha in it. I've got to remember what the gotcha is. The gotcha was. Now, there's a reason, and I'm trying to remember what the reason was. I had a really clever reason for why it's not just called the Xbox conference. It's because what are Sony still owed? What are Sony owed by Bethesda? Because that's what's going to be shown, and they didn't want it to be the Xbox press conference showing a Sony game. And the only reason, I swear the only reason it's called the Xbox Bethesda Showcase is because they have this commitment to Sony. So I based on that, I reckon we're definitely going to see, and I'm still blanking on the game. I'm vamping trying to remember the name.
Deathloop?
Deathloop, thank you. They're going to show Deathloop. And they don't.
Read your mind, man. I can read your mind, yeah.
They want to, they want to have this clear delineation. Okay, that's the end of the Xbox conference. Now we're doing the Bethesda one, and here's the Sony game. I swear that's the only reason that's not just called the Xbox conference.
Well, they've got two. They got that thing is the other game. They got two. They got Deathloop and Tokyo. What's it called? Tokyo something.
Yeah, Ghostwire Tokyo.
Ghostwire Tokyo. That's the one. Yeah. So both of those games, both Sony at the moment. So we'll have to wait and see.
So I reckon we're guaranteed to see both of those just because of the name of the convention.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. And then next year we'll just get Xbox.
And henceforth it'll just be the Xbox conference. Because why would you pay $7 billion and then not incorporate them as your native brand? That's insane.
Nah, that's right. I mean, because you have to think about it, it's pretty weird. You don't hear like Xbox and or I don't know 343 studio.
Yeah, exactly. Like it doesn't make any sense when you sit back and think about it. You're like, wait a minute, this don't make no sense.
No, but in terms of conferences, I can't be more hyped for the Xbox conference.
I know, it's my number one. I can't wait.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to see what we're going to... Like, I just want to see more of Halo. I'm interested to see what...
Oh, and this is back to Sean's question. Sean Games is asking in the Discord. That's right, Geek Aloud is a Discord. You're all welcome to join it. Sean was bringing up in there if we thought the likelihood of getting a Halo this year. And and I think it's...
I'm almost 100% that's coming.
Yeah, you and I both.
Yeah, like it can't not come. It's the 20th anniversary of Halo. It's 20th anniversary of Xbox. There's no way that game, after essentially was going to come out with the launch of the console, there's no way after a year they're not getting that game out.
Yeah, I agree completely. Oh man, this is the first time using the upgraded shotgun. Woo! Enforcer.
Oh yeah. Oh
Holy
yeah, the Enforcer.
moly! Look at the graphics on it, would ya? Jesus.
Yeah, it's good. Now, Scary Undertaker saying you recommend the CX, the OLED CX. I'm pretty sure that's the one I was looking at, the CX. Best TV out there yet. I think it's the one that does 120 hertz. And
yeah. Is it the 120 hertz? Can we get confirmation? You said it was Sean Games, was it?
Scary Undertaker.
Scary Undertaker. Scary Undertaker. Can you confirm? Is that 120? Is that a 120 hertz monitor, mate? Tell us things.
That's what we want.
That's what I'm all about. That's the next upgrade for me. But I'm limited here in the studio. I can't do the jump until Elgato release a capture card that can do the, hey, I just upgraded the weapon. Until I can capture the 120 on the way through, there's no point having the monitor that can display it when I've got to pass it through a device that's captured 60.
Now, tell your story, Troy. You said today, you texted me that you managed to get your VR PC finally working.
Oh, this is brilliant. So anyone who's followed the channel for some time would know that my big complaint about non-console gaming on the PC is driver conflicts and Windows updates and stuff breaking. And my headset that, you know, the computer itself was about $5,000 and then the VR headset was another $2,500. And I was livid because, you know, you're almost $8,000 in by the time you add software. And the headset would work intermittently. Like, put it on, it'd work for a couple of days, and then it wouldn't work for months. For months, I couldn't play it, and then it would start working in the graphics drivers update. It would work again for a little bit, and then it'd be off. For, you know, 90% of the time I've had it, I haven't been able to use it. Such a waste of money. Furious. Today I learned, if I just unplug the HDMI cables from the Elgato capture card in the back, the headset works. The VR headset on the PC works flawlessly every time. There's a HDMI bloody protection issue. So I'm the biggest goose on the planet. That's, you know, I call it $8,000 invested in a PC and then not working out how to use it for 2 years. Good on me.
Well, you know what's happening now, Troy. I'm coming around. I'm going to play Half-Life more.
Yeah, buddy. You're welcome. Anytime, Steve. Door is always open, my friend.
Well, I have to say, it's my birthday coming up. Mrs. We've decided, she sort of gave the option, but I think I'm going to get an Oculus 2 for my birthday now. So we'll look at some wireless.
Now, is the Oculus 2 PC free?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, you can use PC with it if you want. You can hook up to PC, or otherwise, yep, just PC free wireless VR gaming, which I think is the way I'd like to play my VR.
Yeah, man, if we can ditch that wire. But I am hanging out for the PSVR 2, and I know that's got a wire on it, but I am still keen as mustard to get hold of that when it happens.
Yeah, PS5 VR. That's probably what, 2024?
Yeah, probably like.
Maybe. What does Kieran take say? It's not a monitor, it's 120 hertz TV. There we go. Awesome.
That is a monitor. Now I'm gonna get old school technical director on you. I'm gonna full rank. It's a monitor. Television is function of a monitor. Rant over. I'm done.
Should have seen that coming.
Oh, I love it. Sean Games, Steve, have you watched the horror movie Jennifer's Body with Amanda Seyfried and Megan Fox? It says it's a horror, but the CGI is so bad. And I'm a person who doesn't watch horror movies. I can't say that I have seen Jennifer's Body with Megan Fox. The only Megan Fox movie I have seen is Transformers.
Transformers? Yeah! Oh, Steve, sometimes I think you and I are too similar.
I know.
Oh, wow. This boss fight, sorry, it's a quick aside, talking about the game I've been playing for the past hour. This boss fight going through the rifts is something else. Talk about showing off your tech. Go, Insomniac, go.
See what I mean? Like, you couldn't really do this on PS4 and have it be effective. Like,
no, it would be stop-starty as all get out.
Yeah,
it'd be 2 punches into a boss fight and loading screen.
Yep. Yeah, it wouldn't be worth it. It would lose way too much.
Although the rate at which I'm dying and you're seeing a loading screen for the respawn, it's probably giving you a fair indication of how an average gamer would see it on the PlayStation 4. Oh my God.
Do you agree with my sentiment though? Was it before the stream? I can't remember if it was before stream or on stream. Where I mentioned that it's kind of like a kid version of Returnal in terms of the movement and shooting. And
I think you said that before the stream, man, but I agree completely. Having played it now, yes, there is a lot of similarities between the skill set required for Returnal and this.
I was going to say less dying, but I'm just watching you stream. Just so the stream knows, I did finish this boss fight on the first go and didn't die once. So that's the level of it's Troy's hands, guys. We can't
it's
blame
my
him for
old
his
man
hands.
hands. It's my old man hands. They need to give me some sort of controller that's Arthritis Pro. The old dual arthritis.
Otherwise known as old man hands.
Woo!
I'm calling it. I reckon you beat this boss, and then that's probably the end of your hands / stream.
Yeah, I think even if I don't beat this boss, oh no!
No, you've got it. You've got it.
No, I don't, Steve. I'm ahead of you, mate. I didn't get it.
Can confirm, I did not get this. This is a classic. You've got this, Troy. You've got this, Troy. Narrator. We did not have this.
Now is where we get to see if they've included, and it's a kid game, so I bet they have, the old Mario Kart rubber band catch-up mode. This is my, 4th attempt at the boss fight. You watch me drop him.
I was going to say, you don't have face shift yet. The dodge move that makes you sort of.
Oh no, I've got it. I'm just not using it.
Oh, you got it. No, use it because it stops you getting hurt. Especially for that move, the move where he slams.
Yeah,
make sure you just do face shift, and then he doesn't stand a chance.
Now this is a silly question, but is there a health option in this game?
I'm watching you doing some. Well, you were doing some good dodging, and then I was going to say you got hit. Keep going.
I got it now. No way he wins. Oh, I've run out of ammo. Maybe he does win.
Oh, the stream's just gone. Whoops.
Oh, no.
That's right.
Oh, this is going down to the wire. It's down to the wire. He's done it. He's done it, ladies and gentlemen. He's beaten the kids' game's first boss. He's done it. Woo! Old man hands comes through. 8th time's a charm. Woo! We're going to end the stream there. Thank you very much for watching. YouTube.com/Geek Aloud. I'll be back on, Tuesday night. And with any luck, Unky Dunky might be with us. Maybe, Steve? Could we tempt them? Could there be some It Takes Two?
There could be. I'm on a morning shift on Tuesday, and I've got Wednesday off. So yeah.
All you bad guys out there, take Tuesday off so Unky Dunky can get in here and play It Takes Two with us. We'll round out the game. Thank you very much for watching. This has been what has this been? A Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart / first half of E3 recap. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for everybody in the chat. McFishy, Gaming Raptor, Sean Games, Scary Undertaker, Charlie, I don't know who else I've missed, but thank you all very much for hanging out. Steve, sir, thank you for chewing my ear off for the past hour, man. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Anytime, mate, and goodbye to everyone in the chat.
Nice work. Take it easy, guys. Like it, subscribe it. You'll never miss it. Oh, that was luck. Hey, that's stop it. I love everything about it. Ooh. Old Uncle Donkey. Donkey.